You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
We are the wind in the sails of your business. We are your compass. Chart your course towards your targets. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
And 3, 2, 1, start.
Startup Corner.
Let's get it started in here.
Running, running, and running, and running, 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 running, and running.
Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get it.
Experience teaches you precious lesson than the theoretical rules that you study. You really can't replace the experience you earned by doing the work, either succeeding or failing. And on that note, I'd like to welcome you to another inspiring edition of the Startup Corner show here on Africa Business Radio. You already know what time it is, guys. My name is Onoja, your regular host, and I'm very excited that you made it. You made it today on the show. And my startup guest in the person of Queen Uwabuofu is very much available around the studio, and we'll be talking to her right after the break. I tell you what, you don't want to miss this for anything in the world, so stay tuned.
You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
All right, welcome back. It is still the Startup Corner show here on Africa Business Radio, and my startup for today is right in the building. She's really excited. The fact that I have this vibe that you're excited to hear. But before I introduce you, let me quickly just say a few things about you so my listeners can get to know who I'll be speaking to today. Well, my startup guest for today is Queen Uwabuofu. She is a mother of 2 and a wife to Mr. Uwabuofu. She's the founder and chief executive officer Clovekids International, a crochet brand based in Nigeria that produces 100% handmade dolls and toys to light up children's playtime. Now, Clovekids International also runs a crochet academy where structured and defined courses in crochet are taught. Right? Well, she is a graduate of international studies and diplomacy from the University of Benin, and she has so much to tell us today, as obviously she is making a lot of noise in the hustle industry today. Hi, Queen. Welcome on the show today.
Hello, Onoja.
How are you feeling?
I'm excited.
This is obviously your first time on Africa Business Radio.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's my first time.
What is it like for you right now?
It's like a dream come true.
Okay.
One of my dreams and visions for the year was to be on radio. And this is like one of it. My first radio this year, so I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Well, so I mentioned a few things. I made sure that I did not, overflow things because I want most of the things to come from the horse's mouth.
Okay.
So would you quickly tell us, take us a bit deeper on what Clovekids International really is? Just tell us what it really entails here.
Okay, so Clovekids is a crochet brand, like you said. We do all things crochet, but we are more specialized in things that are related to kids.
Okay.
More importantly, now we are specialized in making dolls, and more specifically African dolls. But we also do other toys and cartoon characters, virtually all cartoon characters. costumes, for photography, that's photo props. We also do wearables for kids as well, and accessories, and then the academy by its side. But that's basically what we do at Clovekids.
Oh, good, great. I think I went through some of the pictures on the Instagram and I was really blown away, but we're going to get back to that. Now, real quickly, the toys and dolls selling business is not such a mainstream at the moment in Africa. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're correct.
You get. So this is me wondering, of all businesses, she decided that, you know what, I want to go into making toys and dolls. Why?
Okay, so when we started, we didn't start off as a doll or toy producer.
Okay.
Initially, we were all about booties and hairbands, but still crochet, until we moved on to producing toys and dolls. Now, you said it's not like a mainstream line of business in Africa. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we chose this part because we saw a gap. We saw a gap in that industry, and then right now it's coming up, and a lot of kids relate more with toys, and these are one of the mediums to teach kids and to pass information or to teach them certain things. For instance, you see situations where your mom will say, I teach my kids how to be organized or how to put things together through bricks or Lego toys. They use Lego toys to know how to associate things and put things together. So the production of dolls now are coming up. More doll manufacturers are coming up now compared to before, and so we saw a gap in that, and we wanted to take advantage of that upcoming industry, and that was why we ventured into that.
Okay. Now, going through some of your creativities and stuff, I noticed that most of the toys were made in black. Like, you could see that this is portraying Africa. Yeah. So I sort of thought, with what is going on right now in America, that's some sort of racism and stuff. Why did you decide that all your toys are going to be black, are going to be portraying Africa?
Well,
why not cut across?
Well, first of all, we grew up knowing white Barbie.
Yeah, exactly.
We grew up with white toys. Come on. Nobody questioned it, right? Up until now, before this whole thing came up and everybody's like, okay, black toys now, black everything. Now everything now is, let's do the black way.
Exactly.
Right. So we grew up with the white. So why not?
Black Lives Matter.
So why not? Why not, really? And then another thing is, this black toys now, they actually make the children want to value their skin tone even more now.
Exactly.
So they have toys that are relatable to them. The hair is relatable to them. They don't see something that is like it's fictional or something like we have to do this to get this.
Something they can resonate with.
Something they can, you get.
Exactly.
So these toys are actually what we need now. Thanks. It's something that we need as parents or aunties, uncles. You don't necessarily have to have a child, of course. You can buy for your sibling or your siblings' children, your nephews and nieces and all of that. So it helps them relate more, both the boys and girls now, not just the girls. Okay. It helps them relate. Now, you said, why don't I, create for it? Now, it depends on the client, of course. If you're a white person, of course, I can create something for you, but that doesn't mean that is our...
It is no racism here.
There's no racism
at all.
But we specialize in African dolls, yes. But that doesn't mean we cannot create things outside.
The reason why I actually had to mention that is the fact that, having gone through that, I understand, this is you trying to portray Africa, and this is something you're trying to create for kids who are Africans to be able to relate to. Now, there's possibly someone who is... definitely not me, that would go through your page and be like, okay, so why is she just about the black? This is me to just clear the way that this is not racism whatsoever.
Of course, black, of course, sorry to cut in there. Black skin does not necessarily mean dark skin. We also have light-skinned Africans.
Exactly.
So some of our dolls are also light-skinned. So they don't necessarily have to be so black or dark brown, of course. Okay,
so you've been in the hustle for 3 years now?
Yeah.
Tell me, I know there are definitely some hazards that you've had to go through. I want to know, like, some of these terrible moments you've had growing the brand.
Okay. So, being an entrepreneur is a task. And being an entrepreneur in Africa, and let me centralize it, in Nigeria, is even more. It demands, it demands a lot. We've had our good times. We've also had really bad times. There are times when we're like, there are no customers. We have to hustle, in quotes now, hustle for customers, try to convince them to buy. And there are times when we've had to produce, and then after production, we're like, oh, it's not what I expected, or there was a certain error somewhere, and then we have to trash that and start all over again. We've had losses, we've had customers saying, okay, I thought I ordered for this is the color I wanted. Oh, my child changed along the line, and we've already sent out the order, and then we have to call it back and change all over again. We had so many hazards here and there. But then that is one of the things entrepreneurs go through. That is one of the things businesses have to go through.
Most definitely.
To be stronger.
Now, if you weren't doing Clovekids International, what would you be doing?
Probably be a makeup artist,
okay.
or working in a company.
Oh, so you actually have it at the back of your mind, just in case this or something happens, I can actually do the 9 to 5. That's what you're saying. Because I've had entrepreneurs come to say, you know what, no matter what happens, no, I can never give up on this. I'm going to stick to this forever. Okay. If I weren't doing Clovekids International, I'll still be doing Clovekids International. That's what I expected. Why is yours different?
You said if you were not, would you do this?
Okay.
Despite. Well, if I was not, I'll probably be a makeup artist or working in a company. But now I'm here. I am not going anywhere.
We die here. Clovekids International forever. Okay. So, most awkward moments. Now, I know this event has happened in the journey, and, somehow you can't just erase it out of your memory. Tell us about it.
Okay. There was this exhibition.
Okay.
We registered for. There was so much high hopes. We paid so much for a store, and the organizers hyped it, and we're like, oh, we're so pumped up, ready to go for the exhibition. We had made, in fact, I'd not started making dolls at the time, so it was just things for wearables and accessories for children. So we went already prepared. We made so many things, and we got there that I and other business owners as well. We set up, it was awesome. Then the program was to start, or the exhibition was to start, and then there were almost nobody. And those that even came, the way it was, we didn't expect what we saw. It was supposed to be an exhibition, but we found out it was a conference.
Wow.
So we were just like, the add-ons. And then the people who came were not told they were exhibitors. So they came to the conference and entered. After the conference, they left. Nobody came to where we were. And it was so awkward. We felt so bad. Money wasted. A partner, my fellow business owner, she came all the way from Ikorodu. She cried. It was so painful. It was her first exhibition, so she was really discouraged. Motivation was lost, morale down. But then I was used to, sometimes you win some, you lose some. So I just felt it was one of those losses. But it was her first time. It was really awkward because I was actually the one that convinced her to pay.
Now it's really awkward.
Yeah, it was, but it was one of those things that taught us that you just keep moving on.
Okay.
Even when things like that come to pull you down or weigh you down. It's one of those things. You move on. Okay,
really awkward there. But then the key thing is to move on. Just have it at the back of your mind. Do not expect it to go all smooth all the way most of the times.
Just move on.
So I have been able to, access your productivity, your creativity. And this is me wondering, how do you come about this creativity? There's a lot to show. There's a lot of creativity displayed on your page. I want to know, what is your creative process like when you are producing? What do you think of?
Okay. For now, most of our dolls are made to order, meaning they're custom made.
Okay.
With the client's specifications.
Okay.
But even at that, even when they give a specification like, oh, I want pink. My daughter's favorite color is pink. She loves ball dresses. Other than that, I get inspiration from everyday life.
Okay.
And from magazines, from fashion shows. So I watch a fashion show and I'm like, okay, I can make it this way. I can make it this way. I can blend these colors. I work a lot with a color chart. Try to blend this color and that color because it's very important. And then I just go ahead to create. Some other times I just start. with nothing in my mind, but I just start. Along the way, I start getting inspiration. Okay, you can add this there, you can remove this, or you can, go back a few rows and start again from there, and then you can add this here and there. And then eventually at the end of the day, it comes out really beautiful.
Okay. Great way to be inspired. Now, I'd like to know, before you leave, give me 3 objectives that best describe your strengths as a founder of this brand.
First of all, the desire to make impact.
Right.
And this is one of the ways to do it. I see creating dolls as a way to reach our children. Even if I can reach them and talk to them and tell them the reality of things and the dangers of some certain decisions, these dolls go ahead and do that for me. That's one. Second reason why I do this is because I want to make profit, of course.
Most definitely.
I want to make money. All right. And then the third reason, especially for the academy, is to empower people to be able to make money for themselves. The truth is, there are a lot of businesses out there. At the same time, there are a lot of people struggling to even decide what to do. Right? So the academy is there to not just to teach you how to make dolls and other crochet items, but also to show you how to sell these dolls and make money from it. Because it's one thing to know a skill. It's another thing to be able to sell that skill. Right? So there we are able to impact both the teachers, because I'm not just a tutor at the academy. We're able to impact both the tutors and the students alongside.
Okay, now speaking, you got a bit emotional talking about kids and how you want to reach out to them. And it even excites me more to know that you're actually a mother too.
Yeah.
Now, if you can be this passionate about kids and your children particularly, how would you be able, in my head, be able to manage to balance all between business and family? Tell me, how do you manage to get past that?
Okay. That is one very, that part is, but we are doing it. Thank God for my husband. It helps me a lot.
Okay. I was going to ask him to do a shout out, but fine. It's okay. She's here with her husband anyway. I don't know what's up with you guys. For the last 4 weeks, most of the guests I've had come into the studio, they're either coming with their husbands or their wives. I'm like, okay.
Oh, come on.
This is supposed to be a pandemic period, but it's been,
they're there for the production, actually.
Okay, good. All right, please write in.
Okay, my husband has been of great help, really.
Okay.
A lot of times when I have so much work to do, he's helping out with the kids. Sometimes he even helps me follow up my customers. I'm like, okay, this person is not available to do it. Please, could you help me do this? Other than that, being able to navigate between motherhood, marriage and business is this simple. Balance, priority. You have to be able to create time. You know, this is the time for business. After business, it's just like you're going to work in the morning and you close in the evening. So after that, focus on your family. Focus on them.
Well, some other people actually think entrepreneurship is about
the
business the whole time.
Entrepreneurship is business is the whole time. Yes, fine. But then after work, focus on the family. When the family is settled, everybody is okay. You've played with them. You've related with them. You've played with your kids, done their homework, know how their day was. But my kids are really small. They're like 2 and below.
Oh, wow.
So they're still, I can't ask them how your day went, know. But then I can play with them, make them love mommy more and pour them love. After that, when they go to bed, then I can start work again.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have to spend the whole day working because I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. No, I also they need me. In fact, as a matter of fact, somebody once told me, your children are also a business. Because they have to be built. All right. So if I spend my whole time building this business and then leave this other business, you're being biased. It's not balanced.
Okay. That works actually. Thank you so much, Queen, for sharing this moment with us. I tell you what, this is really inspiring, and I'm sincerely excited for someone listening to us right now, because I want to believe someone has gotten some sort of motivation and inspiration to do more. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking before I let you go quickly, I know I've been talking and it looks like, okay, I haven't given any, incentive or anything at all for people to get to know what this, Clovekids International is all about. So you're going to quickly tell us your handles. Tell us how we can reach you on the social media, maybe on the gram or anything.
Okay, on Facebook and Instagram, we are there on Clovekids Clovekids. I'll say that again. Clovekids. That's Clove Kids. And for Academy, Clove Kids Academy. In fact, if you get to Clove Kids, you see everything you need there for the Academy. Our WhatsApp and call number 08069756728, 08069756728, and email address theclovekids@gmail.com.
Awesome. Okay, so if you heard her, you already know how to find her. So go ahead and do that, and you can as well thank me later. So ladies and gentlemen, I've been speaking with Queen Uwabuofu, a mother of two and a wife to Mr. Uwabuofu. The name is actually hard to pronounce, but I'm getting past that.
I'm trying to get used to
Remember,
myself.
I also mentioned that she's the founder and creative director for Clovekids International, a crochet brand based in Nigeria that produces 100% handmade dolls and toys to light up children's playtime. So you want to check out what she's capable of doing. Maybe you also want to place your own orders for your kids. I mean, they can only get to love you better by doing that. So thank you so much for joining us on the show today. And from me and Quinn, it's have a lovely one.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening.